How is it?
Man, this is the headline. This is not a headline you would ever want be made about you, I think, in life.
It
Just
made
as a
me
general rule.
Go back inside myself.
BBC News, under health, man has world's worst super gonorrhea.
Yeah.
That's
It's like, you want to hear superhero, super tired, super, healthy.
Yeah, a man in the UK has caught the world's worst ever case of super gonorrhea. Not even gonorrhea, super gonorrhea.
So what is gonorrhea?
Gonorrhea is a bacterial infection that you can get through vaginal sex, anal sex, or oral sex.
Cool.
Or just saliva, I think, right?
I don't think you can get it just from kissing. I think
Okay.
it has to be involved in the genitalia region.
Yeah.
Hence,
So it's
hence
an-
the sex part.
So it is
Who knew?
it's an ST.
STI.
STI.
Yeah, it's a bacterial infection. You treat it with a couple of antibiotics. So normally, it says here, I can't say this probably, azithromycin and ceftriaxone.
Nice.
Are you going to put up some video of gonorrhea?
All right.
Oh, please don't.
Let's get some
But
blood
anyway,
ping.
This guy has contracted he has a partner in the UK, a
Sure.
long-term partner, but he's gone to Asia and contracted it from a woman in Southeast Asia. Basically, it can't be treated with the two main antibiotics that are used for it. There's a third one that they're trying right now, but they've never encountered a gonorrhea that couldn't be treated with the first two. And basically, it could just mean this guy's stuck with gonorrhea forever.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it would also mean that if someone had this...
I'm
Ali,
very
Ali's-
glad I checked that before.
Ali's very unsurprised.
Ali checks up the videos before he puts them on screen, and one of the ones he put up looked terrible.
A good time now to describe one of the symptoms is a thick green or yellow discharge from sexual organs.
Yeah, I thought, movies just make it seem like it hurts when you pee. But it's way worse than that.
Pain when urinating was second. And bleeding between periods. If it's untreated, it can lead to
What kind of
infertility.
It sounded like you said penguin urinating.
Pain.
Pain?
Pain.
Pain urinating.
Pain.
Pain.
Yeah.
Okay. Penguin urinating would be. I mean, you're peeing out penguins would be tough.
Is that what that would mean? Or would it just mean a penguin urinating?
How do penguins urinate?
Probably like everything else.
Is gonorrhea spelt different in America? Because there's 10 different ways it's spelled.
It could be. It could well be. It's
All
the
right,
hardest word I've
so
ever encountered
so
to
he
spell.
has to deal with this for life.
frick.
I'm assuming it's painful too.
I can't find
As in-
a PC image for this. Just so you know.
I don't think there is one. It's very involved in the genitalia. I'm not sure what you're hoping for.
Everything I'm looking at is just genitals. With
It's not
things
that.
going
It's
on.
not that song you grew up in school.
Just get a picture of a sad man.
Gonorrhea.
But anyway, yeah, this guy has it for the rest of his life. Some people, when they're infected, don't show any symptoms.
Sure.
So it would be very interesting if this particular strain could be out there.
Right.
Obviously, a woman in Southeast Asia has this.
Right.
A woman who slept with a random guy from the UK.
Right.
It's quite possible that a lot of people have this strain now, and it can only spread. The numbers can only increase.
This sounds like the beginning of that. What's that movie? Contagion?
28 days later.
No, Contagion.
Every single movie that involves people dying because of a disease.
What's her face?
Planet of the Apes.
What was that movie? What happens at the beginning? Gwyneth Paltrow comes back from Southeast Asia. Not because she had sex with somebody, but because she ate something bad. Well, she did have sex with somebody in that movie. Anyway, she didn't get gonorrhea.
Yeah, I didn't watch Contagion.
It was good.
Because it looked like a movie about people getting diseases.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, pass.
What?
Yeah, it's not a good bad guy.
If
You
you're
need a
gonna-
good bad guy in a movie. That's why these disaster movies never work.
No,
because
the
they're
bad guy is
stupid.
always like the military goes, oh, we can't let these people out. We gotta
Twister
keep
is
them.
the best movie where there wasn't a good bad guy. But they kind of had the other storm chasers who were bad.
Yeah, but they end up dying.
Yeah. Anyway,
'Cause they were-
spoilers.
'cause they were idiots.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah, if you haven't seen a movie
Anyway.
that's 20 years old.
There's a cow.
There's another cow.
Anyway,
Sorry
this is
for
gonna
anyone
be...
under 30 years.
It's an F5! This is quite the twister for the rest of the
But
Sorry.
there is a general emergence of bacterial-resistant infections, right? So
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
sure
and-
it's going to
yeah.
happen with other diseases that
When they say
like
antibiotics
gonorrhea.
don't really work as well as they used to anymore.
Yeah, there's definitely a growing resistance. There's a growing prevalence of antibiotic-resistant bacteria.
Right.
Is that because we're eating them too much? Or 'cause-
Apparently, it's got to do with the amount of antibiotics that people are using in animals. which apparently stimulates their growth
Right.
somehow. I'm not sure how that works.
Apparently, you've got to go with grass-fed as opposed to grain-fed.
Well, they probably also have antibiotics in them.
Even the grass.
Probably.
Fuck.
That's just what they're
Antibiotics
eating. They're not
everywhere.
feeding them antibiotics. They're
Yeah.
giving them antibiotics.
No, I mean the grain they have apparently just has the worst crap in it ever.
Right, okay. That's probably true as well. But apparently a lot of this is we're using antibiotics that we would use on humans,
Yeah.
on animals, which then increases the chances that a bacteria that they've got will develop resistance.
Right.
Because it's about generations, and if they're exposed to it, then only the ones that are resistant will survive, and they become the main population of bacteria.
Why does meat have so much antibiotics in it? To stop the meat getting diseases?
No, I think it's a combination of that, and apparently it actually stimulates growth somehow. I'm not sure. Maybe infections.
I thought it was steroids.
Maybe infections reduce.
Steroids and
the
stimulate
growth rate.
growth.
To make the chickens bigger.
But apparently that's why they do it, is to make them grow faster.
Far out.
Yeah. So there's that, and also we use antibiotics too much, and we don't use them right. So if you're going to use antibiotics, you should be finishing the course kind of thing, and you shouldn't be, like, doctors aren't supposed to. This is one of those weird conflicts of interest type thing where the doctor's supposed to look after you, right? You're their patient, you're their number one concern. But if they were looking after the greater good, they wouldn't prescribe antibiotics as much as they do.
Because the diseases would be developing a resistance to the
Yeah.
antibiotics.
Yeah, and if you're just using it for everything instead of stuff that people can just get over.
And so the problem that
And
they
you
have at the
increase the
moment is
chances of
that these bugs that are usually easily defeated with these antibiotics are developing a resistance,
Yeah.
and therefore these bugs become super bugs because, you know,
Super referring to
yeah.
we can't treat them.
yeah. So that's just what the super gonorrhea could
Yeah.
be a strain of is.
Yeah, my grandma had a antibiotic resistant infection.
Does that mean we just
In the hospital.
need to figure out a completely different way to heal things, or is
They-
it just going to get stronger? Like, you know how I mean, like,
Yeah.
if it's developing this way, should we develop another way to counter it?
Yeah, so we can sort of, I think people are working on two fronts of looking for more antibiotics. So part of it is you look for like bacteria in new places and you can develop antibiotics from them.
Hectic.
And also new ways. So I think you're trying to tailor like molecules to specifically target
Like
different
CRISPR.
things. Yeah. I think.
Have you heard of CRISPR?
Isn't that where you make fake meat?
No.
No.
It's a type of bacteria you can program to basically go through your body and kill certain things.
I know
Yeah.
we've talked
Yeah.
about it before.
It's
Yeah.
interesting. It's
remember
interesting
Yeah.
technology. It's
Yeah.
not quite foolproof yet, but they're working on it.
Yeah, so they are looking for stuff, but I guess it's a race against time. It's more like a race to have enough money to do it because big companies don't necessarily have. Apparently, with antibiotics, there's not a big incentive for companies to come up with a new one.
Because they're not expensive enough.
Yeah, I think you don't get enough money out of it or something. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how the.
And who would
math-
want to do it to help people, right?
Yeah, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
Just eat properly.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that helps with infections.
Just don't get sick. Just stay in a bubble.
I'm not sure if that's going to help when you get super gonorrhea.
Yeah. How's your gonorrhea?
Going great. Going great.
Has it gone? Did you treat it?
Look, my doctor just prescribed me some antibiotics. We'll see how we go.
Right.
Hopefully it's
think-
not the super strain.
Guys, I don't think Nick actually has gonorrhea.
Doesn't it?
I have diarrhea sometimes.
Right, that's a different Rhea.
Is that the same?
It's a different Rhea.
What does Rhea mean? Is that like, does that just mean expelling something?
Sure.
Anyway, is there
You
any
can
more on
answer
that?
No.
No.
We've reached the end of the time. Okay, Google. How have you been for the past hour?
I'm feeling lucky. How can I help?
Tell me a joke.
One joke coming up. What do you get when you cross a sheep with a kangaroo? A woolly jumper.
Is this podcast now copyrighted?
Yeah, well, maybe. That can't be copyrighted. I feel like I heard that when I was like 2. Anyway, thanks for watching Trend Settings, episode 81. We only had 3 people and an artificial intelligence. Tell us what you thought of it. Let us know in the comments on Facebook or YouTube. Or you can't comment on a podcast feed, but you sure can find out something. Oh.
This is really selling that sad thing.
He's
Yeah.
so sad.
fake.
It's sad. Gonorrhea sucks.
Well, someone
How
said.
are you guys? You feeling good?
Yeah, good.
How do you know that it sucks? Just heard about
I
it.
think
I
the
just
pictures that he
saw
just saw.
40 pictures of penises throwing up green things. And sores as well. Like, there wasn't just
Maybe just looks bad. Maybe it's not actually bad.
Yeah.
I don't want to find out.
Maybe green discharge out of your willy feels great.
Penguin
Nick?
urination.
Anyway, that's a weird note to end it on. But thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Chris will probably be back. Who knows with that guy, though.
Who knows?
Thanks for coming, Nick.
You're welcome. I miss Chris. I think he's avoiding me, but it's all right.
Wow.
Hey, Google. Thanks for coming.
Do you have gonorrhea?
Sorry, I can't help. I'm always learning.
Typical.
You damn straight's always learning. Learning everything about us.
Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Peace.